Hey guys, it's Melanie with Midnight Screaming. So probably like everyone else that watches a horror movie, I'm sitting there thinking, how would I do it differently? How would I try to survive this scenario? I'm assuming I would probably perish in almost any horror movie, but it's so fun to kind of like try to make up scenarios of like, I think this would have been a better decision perchance. So it got me thinking, here's a list of horror movies I love and whether or not I would maybe make it to the end. We must acknowledge the rules of horror movies though. If you are like partying all the time, getting drunk, doing drugs, having fun, having sex all the time, if you are a generally like super hot person, you're not gonna make it to the end of the movie. Most likely, you're not gonna make it. So I have a chance in the horror movie rules. I'm not a hot girl. I don't party all the time. I can keep it in my pants for the remainder of a 2-hour movie. I think I stand a chance. Also, one thing to know about me is I am like the Mia Thermopolis. Before she became Princess Mia, I am generally an invisible person. I've had more than one person sit on me because they didn't realize that I was sitting there already. So that's what's going for me, where it might give me an advantage in some of these films. But we'll see. Okay, we're gonna talk about my number one favorite horror movie of all time first, Halloween. I think the only way I could survive this movie is the fact that I am such an anxious and paranoid person. I would not be living in Haddonfield. I would not be anywhere near Michael Myers. If someone was telling me about like an unkillable serial killer that has been slowly killing people for decades on like Halloween, I'd be like, no, I'm not going there. I'm moving elsewhere. Thank you very much for the thought. But yeah, I would not be there. Let's say I was there. I feel like the invisibility quality would come in handy. I would probably try to find like a 24-hour Walgreens or something and just like hide by like the expired protein bars and just in that fluorescent lighting. You know, Michael's not gonna go to the fluorescent lighting. He doesn't want to go inside a Walgreens. So I would just like wait in a 24-hour Walgreens until all the murders were over, and I'd come out and be like, hey guys, what's up? I would probably perish if not for that fluorescent lighting in a 24-hour Walgreens. I am not an outdoor girly. I hate camping. I made it one night in a camp before I called my mom and was like, hey mom, get me out of here. If you can make yourself like the most unappealing sober person in a movie, I don't think Jason's really gonna go after you because he seems to be like attracted to just messy stuff. He likes the drama. Most likely, like if Jason wants to kill me, I'm dead. There's no way to get away from Jason. But like, I just would hope maybe he wouldn't even notice I was there. Okay, this film, again, I would not put myself in this situation in the first place. Do your research before you buy a house. Is this house built on a cemetery? I don't know. I mean, maybe they did do their research and it was just so hidden that they had like no idea. And it did take a while for things to kind of get weird in that house. So, you know, I don't really fault the family for initially buying this house because they didn't know it was built on a cemetery. But the moment any of my kids started noticing some weird crap going down, the moment any furniture was rearranged, anything slightly suspicious, I'd be out of there. I'd grab Carol Ann and we're getting out of there. So yeah, I think I might be able to survive Poltergeist if I just immediately took my family out of that house. Any Saw movie, I'm dead. There's no way I would survive a Saw movie. None at all. I might annoy John Kramer enough by asking him to repeat the instructions over and over and over again because I have terrible test anxiety and I would be so nervous that I'd be like, I'm sorry, could you repeat it one more time? What am I supposed to cut off? Excuse me? I'm sure I did something to piss him off and I'm in that trap, rightfully so. I think I would just perish and that's okay. And like, yeah, the only saving grace is I might annoy him enough and stall enough to where the timer wouldn't start, especially if it was one of like the group traps where you have to work together. There's no way anyone's surviving that. Some of these traps, like there's absolutely no way. I mean, that's fine, just kill me. That's okay. I think I could live for at least a week. I have terrible insomnia. One time I stayed awake for 9 days with like, I think there was 2 hours of sleep total in 9 days. So I think I could kind of hold out like a week before I went completely insane. It's like, let's say, you know, I'm just kind of going crazy for a week, trying to stay awake. Nancy probably took care of it in the week. I mean, how long does it take for her to, you know, I would just wait it out. But like when I was in the dream state and I had to kind of deal with him, I think my tactic would be probably just to be as earnest as I possibly could. Ask him questions like, Have you been to therapy? Why has your trauma led you to this? What would make you actually feel better? What's going on deep inside, Freddie? Please, expound on that. Maybe I would just kind of freak him out a little bit, going too deep, and he'd be like, you know what? I'm going to go to the next person. Maybe I'll circle back around. And so, I don't know. I would probably die. Yeah, I'm going to die. Yes, I think I could live. I think I would live. I think I would kick this sucker. I think I would, sick my giant dog on him. Where are all the dogs? Just let them at him, most people die because they're not very observant. If I kicked him enough, I could probably get away and drive off. I don't know. I think I could probably survive a Child's Play movie. This one's tricky. I'm an introvert. This would be somewhat inviting. The idea of getting paid to be in a giant hotel alone with my family sounds nice. There's a year's worth of food in there. I don't know. I would probably go to the hotel. Immediately, the first sign of weird, I would use that radio, call for help. Because, I think they just waited too long to try to radio for help or radio anyone. I would be on that radio every day, letting people know, this is what's happening, come and get me. Come and get me and my son. Let's get out here. If the radio was already broken, what I would do is I would just grab as much food as I possibly could, all the canned goods. I'd pick one room, lock myself in it, hope there are no ghosts or whatever in there, and just kind of wait it out and see what happens. Yeah, I feel like I would die in this one. But, that would be my own fault because I would have gone there willingly. I'd like to think I would survive an It movie. Really, you just kind of have to let Pennywise know he's not scaring you. But realistically, again, terribly anxious, paranoid person, I think my fear would probably get the best of me and I would somehow perish. I would survive Silence of the Lambs, maybe, because ever since watching this movie, I have had to battle my people pleaser tendencies. If someone asked me to help them move a couch in their van, I would say no, because that girl helped him and got pushed in that van and got kidnapped. I would fight those people pleaser tendencies, and I would hopefully evade the capture of Buffalo Bill. But if Hannibal Lecter wanted to kill and eat me, I don't know how I could have outsmart him. There's no way. So yeah, I would die, but I feel like if it was just about not getting kidnapped, I would try my hardest not to help someone move a couch into their van. Realistically, I am afraid of space. I am terrified of space. There ain't no way you're getting me to go up in space. But if I was already there, yeah, I would most definitely perish. There's no way I would not die in this movie. I would try to get the group to stay together because I feel like sometimes that's what happens. People split up and then it's okay, you're gone. I would try to stay together, but if I were somehow one of the last remaining few, I would find that cat. I'd find the cat in the first movie and I would just snuggle that cat until I got eaten or whatever, This movie, there's no way I would survive this movie. I would not be able to live in a world where I couldn't have pets, and my cats are so loud. They will tell you exactly what's on their mind. So me and my cats, we would not make it out of this movie. I would probably lose my life trying to save the cats. No, there's no way. Okay, any vampire movie, I don't know. First off, I'd be highly, highly intimidated. I'm sorry, most of these vampires are kind of sexy and mysterious, and I'd just be who, me? Sure, just kill me, that's fine. I would try my hardest to just have some holy water, have a million crucifixes on, garlic everywhere. I would have my little steak. No, I'm not really a fighter. I don't think I would make it. But honestly, there's no world in which any of these guys would want to turn me. So thankfully, I think I would just be a meal, because I think I would make an incredibly awkward vampire. I don't think anyone wants that. Easy. I would just not say his name. Not at all. Not even in this video. I'm not saying it once. Candyman. Again, this is easy. I'm not a beach person. I'm not going into that water. That's not where I feel comfy. I don't think I would be on the beach in the first place. And if I was, then you know what? That's fine. Similar to vampire movies, literally any zombie movie, I don't even want to make it out. I would probably peace out. You know what I'm saying? I would just be oh, this is happening. Bye-bye. Because I don't want to become a zombie. I'm just peacing out. I'm not very sociable. I don't think anyone I came across in like the zombie apocalypse would be like, yeah, let's add her to our crew, because I'm like, I'm not good with weapons. I don't really have a whole lot of skills. I'd probably have a cat with me, which would probably also make me more of a liability than like a, yay. I would peace out myself pretty darn early, because yeah, I'm out there. I'm not surviving any of these movies. Are you kidding me? The Ring. If I heard there was some videotape getting passed around that if you watch it, then you die in 7 days. Again, I'm an extremely paranoid person. I would not touch that. I would not watch that. Unless I was like, I walked in the room, I was like, hey guys, I made the popcorn, and people were watching it, and then I saw it. That's how I would probably see it. I did see a tape, and it didn't have a label on it. I might be like, oh, what's this? Grease chew? I'd plug it in, and then like, oh no, gonna die. So like, I probably would perish, but I would most likely not voluntarily watch the tape. Again, with the not being outdoorsy, I think I would only survive the Blair Witch Project, because there is no way I would be like, yeah, let's go out in the woods and figure out who this Blair Witch was. I mean, the moment anything weird or like scary started happening, I would be like, where are the car keys? I'm out. I'll come by and pick y'all up later if you're alive. Bye. This movie, yeah, I think I would definitely not make it. Because again, animals, if I saw what I thought to be like a large dog, and I was like, hey puppy, how you doing? And it turned out to be a werewolf. Yeah, I would most likely just get bitten. I would probably get eaten. But if I were to become a werewolf, I would deserve it, because I would intentionally go out to pet the creature I saw in the bushes, and it would turn out not to be a dog. It would turn out to be a werewolf. So whatever I got was deserved. For Carrie, I hope I would live. I love Carrie. She is so sweet. My hope is that if I were in the movie, I could befriend her. I could help her see like, hey, these people, they're bullying you. Don't go on that stage. There's no discernible reason why you would be nominated for prom queen. Don't go. See that bucket of blood up there? I would hopefully be the friend that would be like, realistically, honey, let's just get you away from these mean people. Because Carrie is sweet. It's not her fault. I support female rage. You do you, girly. But I would hope maybe at least I'd get out of the gymnasium before stuff started going down. I would try so hard to be a good friend to Carrie, because she was she was a good person, and it's not her fault. It's not her fault. Kind of like Halloween. The minute murder started happening, unless I was involved in the investigation and Dewey told me like, you can't leave because you're one of the suspects, I would be jumping on a plane and just flying away, turning my phone off. I would not be like checking in on my friends. I'd be like, one of my friends is gonna kill me. One of my friends is a murderer. I will come back in a month and see what happened. Absolutely not. There's no way I'm going spelunking. No, I would not be there in the first place. Absolutely not. The moment it started driving on its own or like playing music on its own and it's not a Tesla, I'm gone. Chances of getting run over by a demon car, high. But if you were to like jump in like a river or something, it couldn't get you there. Go to like a pool. I don't know, like go to a really high mountain where there's no road. Maybe it wouldn't get you there. So like the goal would be to find high ground or water. I would probably get murdered by the friends in this movie, because if we were involved in a hit and run or something, I would snitch because I have a guilty conscience, and I'd be like, no, I can't go on. And they would all get really mad at me, and then I would probably get letters from prison or in my prison cell like, I know what you did last summer, and I'd be like, that's fine. We're all in jail now because of me. I think I would snitch and no one would be happy about it.